I'm in the frame.
Hey guys, welcome to TCR, the Crouch Ranch. I'm Sid.
Mike.
And today is actually the first official day of winter, so by the time you see this, we'll be a few days into the first official day of winter. But we've already...
Into the single day of winter, official day?
The official season of winter. There we go.
Yeah. We won't be a few days into a day.
You know what I meant. The point being, we are in between storms right now. We are expected to get nothing but lots of rain next week. And we had nothing but a lot of rain.
Yeah, we've had like 1 week, maybe a week and a half where we've had no rain. But we had a few weeks of rain prior to that. And then we've got at least a week of rain coming next week. So basically what we're struggling with right now is the pig pen. Because a lot of you guys may not know this, but pigs are actually a lot cleaner than some people think. They actually will defecate in one area in their pen.
That means go potty.
They go potty there. And it's actually not that big of a challenge to go shovel it out, right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not like, you know, with horses or cows, they'll just wander and drop kind of where they are. Sheep, goats, same thing. They kind of tend to just drop it like it's hot wherever, because it is hot, because it just fresh out of the
body temp.
Yeah, but with pigs, they very much like to go in the same spot. The problem comes into play when you get a lot of rain and it all just sort of melds together into this lovely mess, which is not very sanitary for the animals and not very pleasant for anybody involved in the entire situation.
And it's not good for the soil.
No.
I mean, we have 3 to 4 weeks worth of waste from 3 hogs just mixed. I mean, a week and a half ago, this was solid mud, so it's just all mixed in there, and you're never going to get it out with a shovel.
Right.
So what we have to do now is amend it. We have to give all of that nitrogen and all of those, you know, the stuff that's in poop, something to bind with. We need to give it some carbon. We need to give it some things that it can combine with and begin to, you know, break down into good compost, good fertilizer. So Sid has been out here putting hay in, which is a good source for that carbon, and it also kind of makes a drier mat there so that the pigs are not as uncomfortable.
Right, because what happens is once that layer's in there and we had that couple weeks of rain, sort of, you know, over time there sort of messed it up. So now they've got some more new clean dry bedding, and of course they have an area that is, you know, protected from the weather that they can go underneath and stays dry. But the problem is when you're getting that type of rain that much, the rest of the bedding ends up kind of washing away a bit. So now they love rooting around in there. They've got some dry bedding, you know, that they can cozy up with, and it's going to help set us up for keeping it a little bit more dry over the next week while the onslaught is happening.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year where we get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And you know, these guys will also kind of turn this hay into the straw, rather, into the ground. They'll get it all mixed up, and by midwinter or early spring, by the time we've processed the last of these and sent them to Camp Kenmore, winter camp, for those of y'all who don't know what that is, that's the freezer. By the time that happens, this will all be mixed up real well, but it will still be a little too pungent, a little too much like manure mixed in with the ground, and that can get dangerous and it can get unhealthy. So what I'll do at that point is turn it all over one more time or smooth it out depending on the condition it's in, and throw a cover crop in there. I haven't decided what yet. Could be clover, could be a mixture of seeds that I have left over, but we'll get something growing in there and water it occasionally through the spring that's going to get some roots down in there and gonna get some worms going and make a bunch of happiness happen in the soil, so that we can then open it up and let whatever animals we have in the spring, a lamb or whatever, go in and eat that cover crop and get that soil back into the condition that we want it to be into. And
so redid all the bedding in the chicken run and in the turkey peafowl house, so everybody is very clucking happy right now. Do you see what I did there?
Everybody but me. So we actually have one more pen that she has not yet put straw in, and that is the pen that has the meat birds. I don't know what kind of chickens those are.
They're supposed to be
Let's go look at them.
Freedom Rangers. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go on a field trip. I'm gonna go on a walkabout. Let's go.
So what kind of birds are these?
So these are Freedom Rangers. These are meat birds. They're a slightly different variety than I had before, and we found that we don't like them as much, which is why we haven't processed them because we actually didn't like the meat. They have a weird fat layer that like on the inside of the cavity, which was weird. And we did I made coq au vin with one of these guys, and now I have to preface this with I made coq au vin once before with just a regular meat bird roux, like a jumbo Cornish, and it was like the best thing that Frankie and Mike said that I'd ever made. They were like, this is amazing, the house smelled ridiculous, they had like second and third helpings, it was like Mom hit a home run, it was like a Pinterest win, everybody was really excited, people stood up and applauded, it was great. When I
don't remember people standing up and applauding.
I applauded for myself, I was quite happy. But these guys, when I made it, we were like, the sauce is good, the meat just wasn't what we were expecting. It was just, nah, I don't know. And they have the same diet, of course. I feed them, you know, no corn, no soy, non-GMO, all that good stuff. So it's a mystery, I don't know. But, so that's why we've been hesitant to butcher these guys. At the same time, the girls are excellent layers. Who knew? I've gotten more eggs out of them than I've gotten out of some of my laying hens. So I was like, well, I'll keep them around. So I've kind of kept the girls around, and then just out of sheer lack of time and really wanting to process the meat, we just haven't done the boys yet. But the boys are actually kind of cool looking, and despite their size and appearance, they're actually super friendly. So I was kind of like, well, just let them do their thing for a while until I need this pen for somebody else. So that's the story behind those guys. I just rambled on for way too long.
Yeah, you did.
That's okay. So what I'm going to do in here is basically the same thing I've been doing in all the animal pens this morning before everybody got up. Yeah, boy.
So violent.
So violent. So basically what I did this morning, and I ended up covered in hay, straw, in some very interesting places out here this morning, because, well, I was really getting in there and digging around with, I moved like 4 bales of hay this morning and was breaking them all up for everybody. And then I had to run in the house because, and I'll put that clip in here somewhere, or Mike will, depending on who edits this video. But I gathered a crowd, and you'll see why I ran in the house to get the GoPro. So this morning, after last week's storm and everything, I was working on all the bedding and all the pens, and well, let's just say I drew an audience from the neighboring pasture. Let's go take a look. I was in the pig pen, and apparently Justin, that's got some cows on the pasture right next to us, hasn't gotten up this Saturday morning quite early enough for these girls, huh? So they came over here whining for some food. They saw me with the bales of hay and they decided it was breakfast time. So they are waiting patiently here for me to give them something. Hi guys. They came running across the field towards me. And of course, you know, I gave in a little bit and gave them some. You guys gonna start talking again? Oh, I love that little one with the white patch on his head. So cute. Hi, babies. Pretty cute. Got some happy piggies right here too. They got some fresh bedding today. Sunrise this morning was incredible.
The little white on its face.
I know, pretty cute. There we go. Tell me about it, sister.
She's mad.
She's mad because she sees that bale of hay sitting right behind me. But that's for my other chicken coop. And my ducks are loving it too. They're over on the other side there, just wagging their tails, having a grand old time. Well, one of our barn cats, Brutus.
He's more of a house cat than a barn cat. He's
Yeah,
just
except that
like a
he
little-
liked to spray Daddy's clothes, so that wasn't gonna fly with Daddy, was it? He
Nope.
became an outdoor cat real quick.
Mhm.
He's pretty cute though.
And he's my baby.
Yeah. All right,
He looks like
time to
he
go
gets
deal with the rest of this bale, yo. Hungry cows. Can I get an amen? Oh, the turkeys heard me. Can I get a hallelujah? No, nobody? Merry Christmas, cows. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, Mike was yelling at me because I left a trail of hay running through the house trying to go grab the GoPro to get that on camera.
Actually, I didn't yell at you. I pointed out that
you
had
didn't
I
yell
done
at
that,
me.
you would have yelled at me.
That I would have yelled at you. And
So that's totally different than yelling at you.
that's true. But you know, hey, I suffer from my art. Basically, I'm just gonna break this up and make a nice layer for these guys. And these guys, they'll kick it around and move it. But just wanted to get some fresh bedding down here after the rain, especially because this area is more right up against the creek. This area just really gets hit hard and the ground gets really dry, so they can't even like dust themselves or anything in here. So I always kind of just keep an eye, you know. Then we just got to redo the ground cover in here a little bit, and then this will, you know, help turn the dirt once I move like another sheep in here or something like that. Then everything will get mixed up and the ground won't be so crazy hard. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications. Mazel tov! Thanks for watching, guys. I gotta go get Mike to his pedicure. Where are you? I'm just kidding. That was classic. I love it. Take two.